Washington, D.C., site of the 2008 National Geographic Bee, a nationwide competition that pits 5th through 8th graders from across the country against each other to see who has the best working knowledge of world geography. 2008 marks the 20th meeting of the Bee, but this year is a little different. This year, there's history being made. 14-year-old Ben Geyer, representing the District of Columbia, has just become the first ever 4-time winner at the competition's state level. Ben, who is a student of the British School of Washington, has represented Washington, D.C. at the last 3 national competitions. Now he seeks to capture his first national championship in his final year of eligibility.
I think it's fascinating and fantastic that Ben is now a record breaker in this National Geographic Bee. He's the first ever student to get through 4 years running, and to me that just emphasises the fact that when he first won 4 years ago, he really was one of the youngest in the competition. He was one of the youngest students that I'd had that had won the school bee to start off with, and I started the school bee when I moved out to teach at the British School of Washington 6 years ago.
Ben finished in the top 10 of last year's competition and seems poised to make another run at the top 10 in 2008.
A lot less nervous than the past couple of years. I haven't been feeling nearly as nervous as I was. Well, I feel a lot better prepared. I feel like, I really worked for this. I feel like, well, I'm the veteran. Nobody else has as much experience as I do, and I feel confident.
And it's such a luck of the draw. So we know perfectly well that he could win, he might not win, he could get in the top 3, he might not. And so you just have to sort of let go and let the chips fall where they may. He's good enough to win, but that's not a guarantee.
Right. All of the kids, anyone can win and anyone can lose, and that's the way it works. It just, you might get a question that happens to be something you know intimately about, and someone else next to you knows nothing about it.
I'll be dejected if I don't make it, but I feel pretty good about it.
After besting a field of nearly 5 million students, Ben will take his place among the 54 other state-level winners as they compete for a top prize of a $25,000 scholarship.
Ben, achieving independence from France in 1804, what Caribbean country became the second republic in the Western Hemisphere?
Haiti.
That's correct.
Following the first round of competition, Ben finds himself in a tie. He will have to compete in the dreaded tiebreaker to determine who will move on to the top 10.
Well, we know also from experience that there's nothing worse than being in a tiebreaker at the National Geographic Bee. And Ben has never been in one before. Last year he luckily avoided one and got into the finals.
In 1961, the Russian city of Stalingrad was renamed during Nikita Khrushchev's de-Stalinization campaign. What is the city's present-day name?
After successfully answering the tie-breaking question, Ben advances to the top 10 for the 2nd straight year.
Ben Geyer, District Columbia.
I feel like this is the year that I really want to, finish this off. I want to win. I want to have fun as well because, this thing has always been fun. And I felt, at points where, I just feel like, this is going to be the end and I'm really so glad about it. But actually I think I'm going to miss it at some point.
Part of Ben's success can be attributed to the education he's received here at the British School of Washington, the founding school of the British Schools of America. During an age when 6 out of 10 18 to 24-year-olds can't locate Iraq on a map of the Middle East, the British school teaches geography as part of its core curriculum.
One of the things is that the British school actually teaches geography, which is not true across the whole of the United States. So to a certain extent, just simply having a program really is very helpful, and having a couple of very dedicated teachers also.
And the school district that he lives in, or that we live in, actually is a great school district, but it doesn't teach geography or as much history as it should. And that the fact that the British schools does teach geography and makes it an emphasis, and that Kelvin Williams is there also, makes it in some ways an ideal place in terms of the geography bee, and certainly beyond that in terms of getting a good education.
Right, and it was my sense that the nice thing about the British school's approach to this is that there was a certain amount of interdisciplinary work and a great deal of flexibility, and also going above and beyond the call really to help him prepare. I know there were special sessions that they did, and sometimes students would ask him questions, and so it was more of a corporate effort.
Not only does the British school educate its students on geography and world cultures, it maintains a very diverse student population. Students of over 30 different nationalities attend the British School of Washington in 2008, and as a whole, the British Schools of America educate students from more than 60 countries. It's that kind of holistic approach to learning that enables the British school to offer a well-rounded education.
Learning countries, I like it, and just learning about other cultures and things like that.
I learn new stuff that I haven't learned at my old school, and some of the stuff I get to learn English stuff, Spanish, Latin, French.
I think one of the things that we pride ourselves on in the British Schools of America is our pastoral care system, the way that we look after the students from every aspect of the school life to their personal life as well, and try and support them. And in my role as both a school administrator and Ben's geography teacher, the roles have come together very well, because not just driving him forward in terms of what he's learning, but I'm also there to support him. But I don't do it on my own, we do it as a team. Our pastoral team, his form tutors and all these other teachers, everybody's backing him, and he's earned the respect of his fellow students.
Good luck, Ben! At the British school, Ben is a hero. Back at the National Geographic Bee, he prepares to compete in the finals.
Morning with a big day, it's 15 minutes away from the competition, and I've got a good feeling he's going to do really well. He's definitely top 3, and hoping that he gets that top spot, and then he'll get his scholarship and he'll be on his way to New York.
Well, it's pretty nerve-wracking, but it's good to have him there. We're very excited, of course, and hoping for the best, but we really feel that getting this far, of course, is winning as well. So,
already a veteran of a top 10 finish, Ben happens upon a little more good fortune this time around.
The people who have been watching the Bee recognize, of course, that the last 2 years, the winner has been in the so-called 10th slot, which is at the seat at the bottom row, closest to the moderator, which happens to be where Ben's going to be sitting. So, you cross your fingers and you hope for the best and hope that means something.
Well, the last 2 winners were in the 10th spot. Now, I'm not going to be incredibly superstitious about it. I'm just saying that, for better or worse, I guess.
The National Geographic Bee from the National Geographic Society's Grosvenor Auditorium. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Alex Trebek.
Ladies and gentlemen, to this special 20th anniversary edition of the National Geographic Bee. In what present-day country located east of Iran can you find the city of Balkh? Nico?
Turkey.
And Pakistan. Correct response is Afghanistan. Leave the cards there, please, so that our judges can record.
Despite his favorable seating, Ben takes an early exit, stumbling on the second question of the final round. Just like that, his dream of being a national champion comes to an end. But with a record 4 state championships and 2 top 10 finishes, he has nothing to be ashamed of. After the finals, Ben and his family discuss the question that got him eliminated.
Well, I'm sure, we're all feeling the disappointment with Ben. I mean, it was so frustrating to go out in that way. We're concerned about the wording of the question because we're quite sort of precise in the way that we ask questions, but we're still so very proud of him. He should be very proud of himself. Nobody else has ever got into the competition 4 years running. He's got into the top 10 again, which is, when you know the statistics that there's 5 million kids being involved in this, and got down to the state level, and he proved himself at the state level and proved that he was 10 of the best out of the 55 finalists. He's got every reason to be really proud of himself.
So Ben's streak of appearances at the National Geographic Bee come to an end. But back at the British school, the future looks bright.
I just like geography. I like learning my capitals a lot. I find that really fun. I usually ask my mum or dad to test me in it, and I'm okay at it, but I want to get even better, and I want to do better in the Geography Bee next year, and geography is really fun, I think.
With the worldly education students receive at the British school, who knows where the next Ben Geyer will come from?